Today we're gonna be reacting to Opeth the Drapery Falls. This is the next track after the Harvest. We already react to the Harvest yesterday. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the replies. Thank you so much for everything you guys do to support the channel. It's very important that anything that you guys can do to support the channel, I'm very grateful for it. So far we are in the Opeth BlackWater Park album. Again, we're gonna finish this album. As soon as we finish the album, I'm thinking I'm gonna do some live while I pull the next poll to see what next album you guys want me to react to. But in the meantime, we're gonna just enjoy this journey. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, the links are gonna be in the description down below and also in the comment section. But in the meantime, let's jump in. Let's go.
Please remedy my confusion and thrust me back to the day. The silence of your seclusion brings night into all you say.
Minor bass.
Counting nocturnal hours, drown visions in haunted sleep. Faint flickering of your powers leaks out to show what you keep. Guide me into
Okay. Sequence. This is the Opeth that I like, a little bit into the death metal side. That rhythm is insane. It's like a gohia. We call it a gohia in Spanish. I don't know how to call it in English. But it's like a different rhythms in a different time signature.
Spiraling to the ground below, like autumn leaves left in the wake to fade away.
Double pedal.
Waking up to your sound again, and lapse into the waves of misery.
Uy, that double pedal. Yeah. to 1. Recap. I like that line. I love that line. I love that line. That's a minor chord with an add a 9. Chord add a 9. You do that, you know, like obvious. When you play that two notes, obviously you hear that beautiful sound in the middle. Yeah, it's beautiful chord, beautiful chord. Man, what a surprise of the track. You know, I was a little bit skeptical because the last one I was not a fan, but this one, oof, spacious, a little cluster chords, beautiful line, a lot of sequences. And there's something I noticed about Opeth. So there's a rule of composition for you guys to understand there, where they say it's not a written rules, but it's an oral rule that says you should not be repeating the same idea more than 3 times. That by the 3rd time you should be changing things around. They do repeat things more than 4 or 5 times. However, they're mostly changing each idea while they progress. Sometimes they go to the 3 to 4 repetition, they just move from to a different idea. That's fine. He doesn't have training, and it does work very well with Opeth. But in this song, I noticed, and I was paying a lot of attention, some of the ideas were repetitive, but at the end, it's like he incorporated a lot of minimalism ideas. Minimalism meaning that it's the same simple idea, but then you're adding some variation, right? Adding new tone, new instrument, new background, and that way you keep the ideas new and fresh. And the chord progressions are very interesting. A lot of extension, a lot of major 7s, a lot of Napolitan chords, or let's call it a 7th chord, right? A dominant 7th chord. I'm just listening this from a classical music perspective. For a jazz musician or pop musician, that probably just a dominant 7th chord. For me, it's just a Napolitan 6th chord, which means that the 6th degree of the scale only has a raised, what is it? The 6th degree of the minor scale, it's 6th interval of that chord, it raised a sharp or a half tone to make it sound like a dominant chord, but it's not a dominant chord because it's all in perspective where that chord is being placed. If that makes sense, I try my best to make it sense, but for those musicians that are out there, they're listening to Opeth and they're fan of Opeth, this is I'm just perceiving this, right? That's all. They always go back to 1. They always move around, but always go back to 1. 1 meaning that it always feel like coming home. Always feel like coming home. One of you guys said that just follow the circle of 5th, and I said, no, I'm not gonna do that because I don't think the circle of 5th will make sense here, since their scale that they're using is not built for the circle of fifth. And that was confuse you. It's gonna confuse you guys, right? They move around, but they always feel like they go back to home, which is very important when it comes down to music. You wanna make sure that you can go around with chord progressions, but you wanna always make sure you come back home, and that way you can, okay, we went around, we went to a couple trips, but we went a little bit far away, but then we come back home to that chord, bro, that makes you feel home. Hopefully that makes sense. But this was very good. I'm very excited to just listen to the next one. I like this Opeth. In the beginning, it sounded like a little bit early 2000s with that voice effects, like a radio voice effect. But then it came back to that death metal voice in the middle of the song, which is why I really like Opeth. I'm gonna be very honest. I like Opeth when it comes down to that. Early 2000s, it's just part of the time frame, or the time where music was being made. That's just part of the, like a little cherry on the top of the early 2000s, you know. Wow, amazing. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys were feeling the same things? That would be a great. You guys put a lot of comments, a lot of insights, and I like it. If some musicians that are out there, hey man, throw your chords in the comment section. I would like to see what you guys hear, and that way, you know, I can play in the piano and see where those chords goes, where they go, why they go, when there. I like those kind of stuff. In the meantime, make sure that you like and subscribe and comment below. And if you want to donate to the channel, the links will be in the description down below, in the comment section. In the meantime, I will see you in the next one. I'm out.